Hello, welcome to the Mr. Jurgensen Show. This episode is for my U.S. history class. We have an exam or a test over chapters 8 and 9 tomorrow, which is March 4th, Thursday, March 4th. And it's mainly over the Articles of Confederation and the creation of our Constitution. All right. If you have any questions or need help studying, go to my website, Mr. Jurgensen's webpage, where you can get blank notes if you lost yours, and also my PowerPoint notes. Remember, I had a pretty big PowerPoint that helped break down Chapter 8 and the creation of the Articles of Confederation, how they collapsed, and why they collapsed, and what the state started to do to fix it, to fix their government. Okay, so check those out. Also check out this YouTube, which should help you with the essay question. The essay question is, for the test, explain the structure and development, close up of my face, I gotta readjust. Alright, explain the structure and development of our government from the Articles of Confederation to the Constitution we see today. I gotta move the screen. Can you see me now? Okay, good. Okay, explain the structure and development of our government from the Articles of Confederation to the Constitution we see today. Alright, when I say structure, I want you to tell me how the government was formed. Who had the power? Remember, under the Articles of Confederation, the states have the power. Okay, and the development. Tell me the story of our government and how it evolved from mainly state constitutions to our Constitution that we see today. Okay, one thing that you can start talking about with right off the bat on the essay are the state constitutions that were formed right after the Declaration of Independence. Remember, these state constitutions were created by rump assemblies. Okay, if that helps you remember Mr. Rump, our PE teacher, rump assemblies. Okay, these were formed by people elected into this position by the people of their state, and they created state constitutions which would govern that state during the Revolutionary War. Alright, now until 1781, when the Articles of Confederation were finally passed, this would all change, of course. Then you have to tell me, like, who was the author of the Articles of Confederation? John Dickinson, right? The main author was John Dickinson. Tell me how it was formed, the structure of it. All right, there was a federal branch, but it consisted of one Congress, and it was a unicameral. Remember, that means one house. Okay, there was only one house. All right, most of the power was in the states. Although on paper the federal government was supposed to have power, they really didn't have any power. The states had all the power. Okay, to get more specific, I will talk about how the Articles of Confederation failed. Talk about Shays' Rebellion. Talk about how each state had their own currency. They could regulate trade and taxes from state to state. And just describe how the Articles of Confederation just did not work. Remember, this is trial and error. Okay, this is trial and error to create our Constitution that we have today, our government that we have today. Following up, talk about what happened after Shays' Rebellion. There was a constitutional convention that was formed, and it consisted of 55 delegates. Remember, George Washington was there, Alexander Hamilton, George Mason, James Madison. John Adams was not there, neither was Thomas Jefferson. Okay, a couple of other Declaration of Independence writers were not there. Further on, you should talk about the different plans that came about, like the Virginia Plan, the New Jersey Plan. Break those down. Tell me what each of them were about. Remember, the Virginia Plan looks very similar to our present-day three-branch government. Okay, the Virginia Plan proposed a judicial, executive, and legislative branch. Okay, break those down. Tell me what was wrong with those. Tell me what was good. Okay, talk about those. Talk about the 3/5 compromise. This would be very important to include in your essay, because this this is going to be the main conflict between people of our country from the creation, from the Declaration of Independence to the Civil War. I mean, slavery is the big issue that we'll talk about a lot. So it's important to know what the 3/5 compromise was. All right. Also, the Connecticut Compromise, or the Great Compromise. No information about that because that's how we settled differences between the states. Talk about the conflict between the Anti-Federalists and the Federalists. Remember, both of these groups wrote pamphlets trying to persuade the people to either ratify it or object to it, okay, or deny it. Because remember, once the Constitution was created, it was sent out to the states to be approved. Okay, so the Anti-Federalists and the Federalists started fighting over who would win, like if it would be accepted or not. Anti-Federalists, of course, did not want it accepted because they believed that the state should have more power. Now, Federalists believe that there should be a strong central government, or a federal government, and they wrote some of the best essays in our history from the Federalist Papers. These were 85 essays written by John Jay, Alexander Hamilton, and James Madison were the three main authors. Okay, and they you could contribute the success of the Constitution or the ratification of the Constitution to those Federalist Papers. Okay, finally, after you talk about the development of the Constitution, I want you to break down our actual government. Talk about the three branches of government, the checks and balances. Talk about how it's a mixed government. Also, if you even want to get a little bit more fancy, throw in John Locke and his belief on social contract, mixed government, balanced government. John Locke's original idea of natural rights, remember, which were life, liberty, and property. And Thomas Jefferson's were life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So there are some parallels that we can draw from thinkers of the Enlightenment, not just John Locke, but other thinkers of the Enlightenment as well. All right. Make sure that you conclude with by breaking down the Constitution and our form of government that we see today, and you'll be fine. Oh, okay. So that should help you. That should help you with your studying and getting ready for this test, and I hope it does. And I know these are really boring listening to me, and this is my 5th take. I've had to do this 5 times because I keep coughing. My ear is really itching me right now, and it's bothering me. Anyways, I'll let you go. I'm trying not to babble so much because my wife says I babble. I'm trying not to. I gotta go. Anyways, good luck on your test. Check out my PowerPoint notes, my website, this YouTube video, which you already have, apparently, if you've watched it. So that's anyways, good luck on your studying, and I will see you all tomorrow. Also, some people asked if they could have a study group tomorrow, and I said yes. So there will be a study group tomorrow at 7:45 a.m. in my room, and we'll just go over some key elements. We'll just review, stuff that we did today in class, pretty much, and maybe a couple extra things. But good luck. Have a great night, and I hope to see some of you tonight at parent-teacher conferences. Have a good one.